The Catholic Diocese of Sacramento filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy today in federal court, and that's in the wake of more than 250 lawsuits alleging sexual abuse by priests and other church leaders in recent decades. Becca Habegger spoke with an abuse survivor and shows us what today's bankruptcy filing means for the church.
This Easter was so intensely personal.
Dorothy Small has reminders of her faith decorating her woodland living room.
I love the beauty of the celebration, the beauty of the Mass.
It's taken years, but Small now feels comfortable returning to the Catholic Church, albeit a different one from where she experienced abuse.
Then came that priest, and I sensed that something wasn't right, so I was discerning correctly.
Small was an adult when her abuse happened. She says a priest groomed, manipulated, and sexually abused her from 2014 to 2016. She eventually sued the Diocese of Sacramento and won a $200,000 settlement.
There's no dollar amount that is going to make up for the loss.
Small is now the Sacramento area volunteer leader with SNAP, the Survivors Network of Those Abused by Priests. It's a group that advocates for survivors and works to hold abusers and the Catholic Church accountable. In 2019, California lawmakers passed a bill that lifted the statute of limitations for 3 years on child sexual abuse lawsuits. By the end of 2022, when that 3-year window closed, survivors had filed more than 250 claims against the Diocese of Sacramento. In a statement, Bishop Jaime Soto said, "It is the sickening sin of sexual abuse and the failure of church leadership to address it appropriately that brought us to this place. I must atone for these sins." He announced in December the diocese planned on filing Chapter 11 bankruptcy, and on Monday it did. He says there are many victim survivors who have long suffered from the reprehensible sins committed against them. This reorganization process will allow me to respond to them as equitably as possible.
SNAP believes that there is another option.
Small says SNAP worries the diocese declaring bankruptcy means survivors won't get as much money.
For years, they've lived with the pain. It also has jeopardized economic security, inability to earn income. There's mental, spiritual, and physical consequences of childhood sexual abuse and assault, which is turbocharged when it happens in a spiritual religious institution.
And we asked the diocese for an interview today. They said that the bishop wasn't available, and they did point us to a statement on their website instead, which states that the bankruptcy process could take 2 to 3 years. As far as Catholic schools, they say that parishes and high schools are distinct financial and legal entities from the diocese itself and will likely not be affected, though it all depends on how the federal judge eventually rules.